Okay, so I'm going to explain what I mean by fixing the math on your pricing as simply and visually as possible. So I'm going to start by, we've all done this. We've all been guilty of this. Like, what are the other people charging? What's the, I'm not as bad as the cheap guy in town. I'm not as good as the expensive guy in town. So I'm just going to like plot my pricing wherever I kind of feel, it's about right. And it's just simply based on my own perception of my own self-worth based on what other people are charging, which is not good. You can't stay there because your costs go up, your price doesn't go up with that, you're in trouble. You look at your bank account, there's no money there. A slightly better way of doing it, it's also a common way of doing it in the contractor world, is 50% gross profit margin. Basically, you take your direct expenses of material and labor and you double it to come up with a 50% gross profit margin. But what that is not taking into consideration is your overhead expenses, like your trucks, your office admin, your marketing. So what can happen is your direct costs stay the same, your overhead grows, and it literally stretches your price up to the point where, man, you're not even covering your costs to be in business. That's where it can get you into trouble. This is exactly what happens when you work hard all year long. You open up your bank account, it's November, and there's $2,000 in there or whatever. Like, there's not enough there to make it through the winter. This is the number one reason that happens. The overhead grows as your company grows, but your pricing doesn't go with it. What you want to do is base your pricing on those three elements together: direct cost, overhead, and your minimum net profit. And then when it grows, the pricing goes with it. So you're not even paying attention to where it's landing over here on this side of the screen. You're literally saying direct cost, overhead recovery, plus profit, wherever that price ends up. Like, if it's $98 an hour, if it's $62 an hour, whatever. It's just, it is what it is. My insurance bill goes up, I plug it in, it goes up a little bit. I get a new company to do another website for me, and I spend more money on marketing, it goes up a little bit. What gets you into trouble is if your pricing stays stuck, but this moves right here, and you get to the point where your costs to run the business and stay in business outpace what you're charging your customers to do the work. And that's how you work really hard and end up not having the fruit to show for it.